I request to all to rise for the prayer.
Shri Maheshwari Vasavi Nagarishwari Parameshwari Kamitartha Mulichi Provamu Kanyaka Parameshwari Deva Devi Maheshwari Jagadishwari Bhuvaneshwari Kavave
deliver the welcome address.
With a new day comes with a new strength and new thoughts. A pleasant afternoon to one and all present here on Pure Sri Kanyaka Parameshwari Arts and Science College for Women. Take an immense pleasure to welcoming you all for the event Hackathon 2024. First and foremost, I would like to welcome our inaugural guest and the judge, Dr. Sushma S. Chawla ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Business Administration. And I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our honorary correspondent Uduguru Sharat Kumar sir, our Principal G. Bhuvaneshwari ma'am, our Dean P.P. Vanitha ma'am, and our Vice Principal M.P. Nabinay ma'am, and our IIC Coordinator Dr. A. Nagalata ma'am, and our IQAC Coordinator Dr. D. Bharani Kumari ma'am. I also welcome all our faculty members. Last but not least, I welcome all my charming friends for this event. Once again, welcome you all.
Thank you, Monica. Now I call upon Srinidhi from BBA department to deliver the chief guest intro.
Sushma ma'am is an assistant professor with an impressive 13-year teaching career, during which she has not only imparted knowledge but also served as a valuable resource person in various educational concepts. Her commitment to education extends beyond the classroom, as she also authored a notebook book published by Tagore Publication showcasing her expertise and dedication to the field. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Srinidhi. Now I call upon our Geeta ma'am and Akshara ma'am to order our chief guest. Thank you so much, girls. Let us start the competition by calling the participants. BSc CS Humaira Sabreen, Fatima Mali.
Good morning, good afternoon to everyone present here. First of all, I very much thank you for everyone who gives this wonderful opportunity to explore my ideas. And this is my very first presentation, and I hope I will never disappoint you all. And forgive me if I make any mistake. Shall we start? In India, as we are women, we are facing many problems in our life. But as we are women, we are facing many problems in our life. But one problem which has no solution is our menstrual cycle days. During these days, we face many problems, many pains, and etc. etc. But this is a very much important phase in our every life. During these days, we used to keep menstrual cups menstrual pads, napkins, tampons, etc. etc. But in India, 75% of women were using cotton pads for their menstrual cycle days. This is a very much advantage for every corporate to invest in this platform, so that they thinking of high profit and less expense. They used to keep plastics in menstrual in napkins in the form of cotton. So in India, there are 95,000 women were diagnosed with cervical cancer, and almost 6,000 persons will die because of the cancer. So in order to avoid this, our team initiate sanitary pads using banana tree waste. Banana tree plant, in India we can eat everywhere banana tree plant. But 90% of the stem were going to waste. That waste we are going to convert into sanitary pads. Here's a process for converting banana tree stems into sanitary pads. First, we have to cut the stalks into half, and we have to, and the workers will pull off the half into layers and layers. So we have to fit the layers of 5 layers of stalk into machines, so that the machine converts the stalks into fibers. After that, the fibers will be well washed and dry on the line, and then again they enter into feed into machine to cut into small pieces. Closely 18,000 people was working in this method for daily basis. And after that, we cut into our comfortable, our napkin sizes. We used to keep the layers in the form of cotton cloths, and then banana plant fiber, and then we are going to again keep the cotton cloth and stitch it in the proper manner. And we have to test some of them, and going to it used to sanitize in UVC light. Banana fiber is a natural absorbent which quickly absorbs the menstrual fluids. This is my budget. This is my budget plan for a project. For building, we have to spend almost 15 lakhs, and for banana plant, we are going to spend 18,000, and for machinery, we are going to spend 2 lakhs, and for transport and fitting, 50,000, and for advertisement, we are going to spend 5 lakhs, and for other expenses, 3,000. For overall, we are going to 30,000, and for overall, we are going to spend 20. I'm sorry, this was wrong. For overall,
we are to take the technician, like whoever completed clinical psychology, and we have to get license from government, so that we can implement our views on our company. Thank you.
Yes, you can give them a round of applause. The concept is really good, that you want to open a therapy center. But why do you want to open it inside a mall, shopping mall?
Ma'am, there are large gatherings nowadays in the mall, so that as a fun they came to mall, if they see therapy center and they get some strike, like why we can't, we could try that, and if we get any positive results now, they can share to many people, and in mall it can reach to large gatherings.
Okay, in mall you can maybe do the promotion, but if you start opening a center there, per month rent itself will be around 40 to 50,000, right? So the idea is good, but then my suggestion would be not a mall, a different place. And you have not mentioned anything about the duration. See, when a person is having any psychological issue, it does not get cured in one sitting.
yes,
You have to complete the duration of the course. The course can be 2 months, 3 months. For many, it extends up to 3 years also, depending on the level of the problem. If the problem is deep-rooted, it takes time to come out of it. Okay, and they don't easily open up. Right? And since you have mentioned that you will be hiring doctors who have completed the clinical psychology course. The course is also one of the promising course, and since you belong to psychology, this is very much relevant to you. Right? So my suggestion would be, don't choose small. Start up in a small way, in a small place. Promote your particular service which you are providing online through social media. That will attract the customers in a better way.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck.
Thank you, slot number 4. I request to come over slot number 5. Yes, Kasturi and Deepa Lakshmi.
Am I audible, everyone? Because I won't be needing the mic. So, how many of, okay, without any delay, let us start this. Okay, how many of you heard about podcast? How many of you used to hear podcast? See, you are my targeted person. My idea is podcasting is a form of entrepreneurship. I'm going to make my interest into my passion into my career. That is my motto now. Because everybody doesn't want to be in a desk job, right? Like a boring one, right? You want to follow your liking. So I am a complete extrovert person. So what I planned is I have to use my communication as a way of my earning. So what I come to know about is podcast. What do you mean by podcast? Podcast is a digital audio file which can be recorded, pre-recorded one. It is similar to FM, but FM you can hear it live. But podcast mostly in pre-recorded format, and it can also be in telecasted locally. So that is my plan. I will be spreading my communication skill in podcast, because in podcast there is no boundaries, no language boundaries. There are so many people who are ready to hear podcast. You know, for example, YouTube. You can take YouTube. Before, like 10 years back maybe. 10 years back, YouTube was like only some people used to host the YouTube platform. But now you can see many person. For 20 viewers, there is one post. But in podcast, it is totally opposite. For 250 viewers, there is only podcaster. So I am going to fill the gap. So now we have a clear idea about what a podcast is. So I'm going to tell about how the podcast helps an entrepreneur for reaching and engagement. As a podcast is an audio format which is available. You can watch it in Spotify or any Google podcast. So it reaches podcast listeners widely. Since it is an audio format, it will be easily understandable and access to everyone. And convenience and accessibility. It is very convenient to use because whenever you go and wherever you watch, you can easily watch the podcast in our mobile phone or any devices. And we can also listen to podcasts while doing our household works and doing exercise and doing other things. We can listen to the podcast. And it's a long form content. Podcast is not only about 2 minutes or 3 minutes audio format. It can be available in like a series and episodes, which is we can watch in day-to-day. We can also know about the K-drama and many episodes, right? So like that, but it's not a video, it's but a audio format. So through audio format, we can listen daily 2 to 3 episodes. Authentic connection. Podcasters not only tell about what a theme is. The theme may be about related to a fun and crime thriller, etc. So when they choose the theme for the podcast, they will tell about their personal experience and things which they have experienced in their life. So to that it helps the listeners and also the podcasters to connect mutually. Building your own podcast. Now I said what is podcast and explained what is it. But if you start a podcast practically, what do you need? Importance of branding. We should brand ourselves first. Like, I'm a podcaster, I'm using this. You have to be familiar with the persons who are listening to it and upload your content. Logo design. Of course, a logo is something like Apple. If I show an Apple photo, you will identify it Apple. Right, instantly. So you have to create a simple and sweet logo that your viewers should memorize it quickly. Consistent. Yeah, the message which you are going to give should be authentic. original, not like a false one, because the persons who are going to listen to you will be like, they will put at some level of trust into you, right? So you should not fail that. What do you need for postcard? The actual thing, if you start a business, you need a building, premises, but for this, that is nothing you need. Essential equipment. How much it will cost? The equipments, microphone, it starts from 400 to 1000.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Our startup is nothing but an app which will be a name called as Katalk. Katalk is an app which is an Indian app where you can view all the features of it. Now we will be getting into it.
So here you can see these are the main features of our app. Chat, in which you can chat like SMS and all. And diary, it's like notepad, map, Vibro. Vibro is nothing but the social media app like Instagram, Twitter, which we use in our daily life. And time chart, cutoff pay, by which cutoff pay is nothing but transactions. And cutoff meet, it's like a Zoom meeting. Cutoff study, cutoff care, cutoff ride. These are the main features. And another we will see these features.
And the next one is which is fully fun-loaded things where the youngsters will be grabbed into it. Nowadays the youngsters is like lazy peoples where they want to find everything in a one place. Like 1,000 problems, one solution. And our app will be the one solution for them all. And the first thing is Cutoff Play, where you can play all the videos and songs throughout it. And Cutoff Movie is where you can view the movies over here like Netflix, Amazon Plays and Disney Plus Hotsstars. So we are the solution where you can find all the things like telegrams where the boots will be sending you the mails. And the next one is Cutoff Clicks, which is where you can click your pictures and in snaps like Snapchat, Cutoff Click, and that is what our Cutoff Click is. And next one is Cutoff Shop. It is nothing but Meesho, like small peoples will be getting into it and they will be investing in ourselves and we are investing on them to get into the business what they want to start. Now our startup is not only our startup but it will be the startup for many people who want to start their business with a low interest. And the next one is Cutoff Dating. Cutoff Dating is where you can find your right soulmate in that thing and it will be a right verified people will be there and there won't be any misuse of your things and your personal infos. And the next one is Cutoff Vibes, where you can vibe in your way, like listening to the music and any podcast over in that. And the next one is Cutoff Food, when you get into hungry, you will be going to Skpc, Zomato, KFC, Domino's and so on things, where you want to order your food. But in this app, it will be a feature in that and it will be serving you and the driver peoples will be there also. Cutoff Translator, when you want to translate anything, you will be getting into a translate thing and this translator will not only get into human speaking but also you can listen to the baby speaking, which is not in trend of many apps. Like they wanna, if a parent doesn't understand what the baby is saying, they will switch on the app and they will be screaming out in front of the mouth of the baby and when the baby shouts or cries, they will be listening to it and the app will be saying why the baby is crying. If he or she is hungry, they will be knowing it through it. So through that, you will be knowing about the people language, baby language, as well as the animal language also. And the next one is Cutoff Job Find. Many people have studied and been graduated with good degrees, but yet they can't find the place and they can't find the job. The right person should be assigned to the right job, but they can't find, right? So in this generation, they need more jobs and they can find the jobs when the legal investors are in this app and they can get into them and the person who want to be authorized and who want to be selected and the interviewer will be getting into the platform without cutoff. And the next one is Cutoff Movements, where you can post your things
The audio visual, that is the PPT, the way you had explained the clarity of the concept, time management and all those things. So keeping these parameters in mind, let's start from the third prize. Any guesses? Any guesses which team? Who said that? Yes, you are correct. Team 6, Srinidhi and Yogita. The concept is really good. Hope you can, bring it to reality. We are all waiting to have everything under one roof because I think all of us use apps, including me. Right? For beauty, we use different apps. Even a big giant like Amazon is not able to do this, if you ask me. You have two major e-commerce giants, right? Amazon and Flipkart. I think you should try suggesting them and earn profit out of it. The idea was really good. Yes, so Team 6 bags the third place. Any guesses on who gets the second place?
5.
Team 3 gets the second place. Sudha Kumari of BCom Honors. Yes, the idea is really good. SK Sprout Pencil, right? So soon, hope to see you bring it to reality very soon, right? Congratulations. The first team, any idea? You yourself have judged it correctly. Yes, so Team 5. Why? Because you can start out right away. The investment is really low, right? You can start you can have your friends as your audience. You can get feedback from them. You can start with your own syllabus. The idea is really good in the form of a podcast. You get tired listening or writing down notes. If it's in the form of audio file, that will be better for you. So all these ideas putting into place, I think this team backs the first place. Their explanation was good. The content was fine. The investment is low. So hoping to see you start it right away. Congratulations to all the winners.